Are you looking for a Colorado dream home here? Even if you bought a house before, the real estate market, sometimes feels a bit tricky. You want a place that fits your mountain life or your city get-togethers, something that makes you happy and feels secure. But the whole thing can be a bit of a headache. All that time, money, and the legal stuff, you want to get it right the first. There is a way to make a little bit easier. By following a very simple and structured plan, you can find your perfect home without all the stress. And we have a 5-step plan that helps you figure out what you want, helps you find the right spot, and buy your dream home smoothly. Let's take a quick first look at the first step together. Think about, why the heck are you making this move? Maybe you have little ones that are growing like weeds and need more space to play, or perhaps you're just sick and tired of renting and you want to put down roots and build something of a nest egg for yourself. Figuring this out will help you understand what's most important in your dream home. But don't just think about today though. The Denver Metro and the Vail High Country is a place to grow and enjoy life. And maybe you're thinking about a new job, starting a family, or even having some pets eventually. By planning for at least, 2, 3, 4, even 5 years down the road, you'll be a super smart Colorado home buyer. And knowing what you might need in the future will help you find a home that fits your life. Not just right now, but for years to come. All right, so we figured out why you want to buy the home. And now, what kind of life do you see yourself living there? Hopefully you're taking notes, because this is the fun part. How much house can you really afford? Here's the deal. Many financial advisors recommend a 28-36 rule to figure out your budget. Think of it like packing for your first road trip. You don't want to bring the whole closet, but you do need enough comfy clothes to have a blast. So what this rule says is you really shouldn't spend more than 28% of your monthly income on your housing payments. It's like your cozy sweater, you gotta have it. But it also says to keep your total debt, that back-end ratio, including your house payment and other loans, credit cards, under 36% of your income. It's like remembering all those warm socks and gloves, because you got to be prepared for everything. And of course, this is just a general guideline, but a really, really good one if you can stick to it. The best way to truly know how much home you can afford is to get pre-qualified for a mortgage. And as a real estate agent, I also have my mortgage license as well, and I can do a test run of payment for you. What we're going to typically look at is your income, your savings, credit cards, see how much debt you have, to give you a rough estimate of what you may be comfortable borrowing. And here's an example. Suppose you bring in $20,000 every month before taxes. Following the 20% rule means that you could spend around $5,600 on your monthly housing costs. That's your mortgage, your taxes, your insurance, and your any HOA dues on the property. Now let's factor in again that back-end 36% ratio, which combines all of your consumer debt with that housing debt. That same $20,000 of income multiplied by 36 is $7,200. Deduct that $5,600, and then you have that $1,600 left over for consumer debts. Now let's say that you have some student loans and a car payment that total $800 a month. What that means is that you have $800 left over for other credit needs in the future, and you stay within those ratios of 28-36. But getting pre-qualified or pre-approved will help you get a more precise figure. And let's say you qualify for a loan of $750,000. Add that loan amount, whatever down payment you've saved up, and that's your magic number. That's your purchasing power, assuming you're comfortable with that monthly payment. Colorado's a hotspot, so pricing does variable in location, size, and the features of the homes that you want. But don't worry, with your budget in mind and a pre-qualification in hand, you'll be confident as a Colorado homebuyer, ready to find the perfect place to fit your dreams and, of course, your wallet. But before you dive headfirst into listings, let's talk about location. You want somewhere that feels comfortable and sets you up for success. So think about the kind of vibe that you're after. Do you want a dream of a mountain escape here in the Vail area? Or are you looking for a bustling town center with shops and restaurants right outside your door? Think of Sloan's Lake, the Highlands down in Denver. Maybe a friendly suburban neighborhood with parks and schools is your jam. Knowing what kind of setting feels like home will help you narrow down your home search. And here's another biggie for you. How far are you willing to commute each and every day? If you crave this peace and quiet of the mountains, you might be okay with that longer drive to town. But if daily errands and access to nightlife are important, you'll definitely want to be closer to a town center. Of course, schools, they're another huge factor. Knowing which neighborhoods feed into your preferred school districts is key if you have little ones, or if you're planning on those in the future. And here's a quick example. Suppose that you have a young family and you want a tight-knit community feel. You may prioritize a neighborhood with a park and good schools within walking distance. And on the other hand, if you're a single professional who loves the buzz of nightlife, of course, living downtown with all the hustle and bustle might be the perfect fit. And now that you've got that budget in check from earlier and you have a great location, let's talk about the house itself. Here's the deal. When it comes to homes, you gotta figure out your must-haves and your nice-to-haves. For me and the clients that we serve, typically the basics come first. How many bedrooms and bathrooms do you need? Are you picturing a cozy one-story home or a sprawling two-story layout? Maybe a charming condo with easy access to the slopes is your jam. Knowing your non-negotiables will help you narrow down your home search, which is what it's all about. But you know, Colorado is a very special place, and homes here can come with some pretty awesome features. Maybe you've always dreamed of a roaring fireplace to cozy up to after a day on the slopes or on the hiking trails, or perhaps a private balcony overlooking the stunning mountain views is on your wish list. While these features are amazing, remember, you might not be able to have all of these special features that fall within your housing payment budget. Sometimes a little compromise is, of course, necessary. So for example, suppose you absolutely need 3 bedrooms for your growing family, but a swimming pool is a major dream. Maybe you can find a home with the perfect number of bedrooms in a great location and then plan on adding the pool in the future once your budget allows for it. It's all about prioritizing what matters the most. Here's another scenario for us to consider. Some people might be okay with a longer commute if it means a brand new spacious home in a quiet suburb. Others might be willing to forego a fancy kitchen upgrade or hardwood floors if it means their kids can attend the absolute best schools. The key is to figure out where you're absolutely flexible and where you're not. If you find yourself stuck on a tough decision, don't be afraid to revisit step 1 and all of your homeowner notes that you're taking, because the original goals and your motivations for moving should really stand out here. Now that you've got a clear picture of your dream home, it's really time to make it a reality. This is where things can get a little bit tricky, but don't worry. That's where a real estate pro like myself comes in. As a real estate agent, I'm here to help you every single step of the way, from setting your clear goals and securing the perfect loan to finding the ideal neighborhood that checks off all of your wants and needs list. I have access to tons of listings, past sales data, and all the latest market info, which means that I can really come up with a custom search that alerts you the moment that a new home that fits your needs hits the market so you can take action right away. Sometimes I get notified about amazing homes even before they're officially listed. So whether you're planning to buy today, next month, or even in a year, we can help here at Just Livin' Realty to help you with the steps to prepare for your dream home purchase. So if you're ready to ditch the stress and start living your Vail, High Country, or the Denver Metro life, we are here for you today. Schedule a free consultation to chat about your goals and find your perfect abode just for you. Let's make your dream homes a reality. So check the link in the top pinned comment or the description. That takes you directly to my calendar. Just pick a time that jives with your availability, and what we'll do, we'll develop that clear plan of action for you to own a piece of Colorado real estate, which we call the ultimate homeowner experience. And while you're here, why don't you watch one of these other videos right now? And as always, we say it each and every video, get out and enjoy our great Colorado sunny days. Stay sweet.